I'm back again here to do Series 7 of the DC Universe Classics, and we're going to start with The Flash, also known as Barry Allen, and he is the second person to take the name of The Flash. Now, Barry makes his first appearance in Showcase number 4 in 1956. He's a police scientist, or I guess the term of that era. Nowadays, he would be called a forensic scientist. Basically a CSI guy, and he is in his lab late one night working, and lightning strikes, and a bunch of chemicals spill all over him, transforming or changing the slow and habitually late scientist into the fastest man on Earth. Now, he quickly acquires a great amount of gimmick-powered villains, such as Captain Cold, Mirror Master, and within the top, they're probably the third best rogues gallery of villains, and they actually have now called themselves the Rogues. Probably only Batman and Spider-Man have such a wonderful, rich, and interesting bunch of villains to go against. He acquires a sidekick, which was also pretty much the norm of superheroes in that era at DC. Of course, that being Kid Flash, and we'll hear more on that in his review. So he pretty much goes on, fighting his enemies and aliens and stuff, and he's kind of like that all the way up until the early 80s, which kind of gets interesting there, and he gets more into modern storytelling, because Professor Zoom, which is the Reverse Flash, is thought to have murdered his wife, and he goes after Zoom and kills him, and is actually put on trial for that. Well, and that is quickly sorted out, and he actually goes to live in the 30th century, where it turns out his wife had come from and had returned to after her apparent death. They have children who become known as the Tornado Twins, inheriting some of their father's powers, and they each in turn have children. They are Excess and Impulse. He comes back from the 30th century during the Crisis on Infinite Earths, and basically saves the universe. He just returned in the Final Crisis, and you can see him now in Flash Rebirth. And he's a pretty big part of Blackest Night too. So let's get into his powers. Pretty simple. He runs real fast. Faster than the speed of light. And he has complete control over his molecules. So he can vibrate his molecules. And basically use that to time travel, go through different dimensions, even go through solid objects, which is kind of a cool power to have. Of course, all his perception, his sight, and perception of time has been altered. And he has this neat little short-term memory trick where he can read about doing something, like building a bridge, and he can learn how to build a bridge, and then he forgets it. It plays into part of what Bart can do as Kid Flash. Into the figure now. It's a standard DC Universe articulation. Nice sculpt. They did a nice job on the. It's not plagued by a lot of the yellow over red figures that sometimes the red can bleed through the yellow. And that doesn't happen here. The only thing is that there is some sort of bad paint job. Not too bad, but little off on the boots there. So I mean that's real minor. Now he just comes along. He does not have any accessories, which I thought it might be neat to have, like a little twister effect, like Red Tornado came with, or even like a dust trail, like stand or something. Can't complain too much, rather. So, there is one thing that is that he doesn't really stand up when you put him in running poses. I've tried lots and lots of times to get him into a running pose, and he's just too off balance. I don't know why. I might try digging out my DC Direct Cosmic Treadmill and try and brace him on that somehow running, but that's in storage somewhere, and I can't get to it immediately. So I haven't tried that yet. But those are all very minor things. Again, just a great, classic character, and wonderful to have the figure. Again, not too bulky, but just muscular enough so that you can tell that he's a runner. So that's it for the Flash. Till next time, see ya.